Ooh, what's this? Another Buddyfight trial deck? You thought we were done? Haha! But wait, there's more! Buddyfight, this is the Buddyfight Ace, S-SD03, Spiraling Dragon Order. I bought this because in the previous video I said, like, I bought the Star Dragon World deck because I was going to force somebody to play Buddyfight, and I can't really play Buddyfight with just one deck, so, you know, kind of had to buy 2 trial decks just to play the freaking game. But that's how card games work, so it's okay. And you would be wondering, Bacon, you've done Starter Deck 02 and now Starter Deck 03. Where's Starter Deck number 1? Well, Starter Deck number 1 can jump into the pit because Deities are kind of just lame. I didn't care. Starter Deck 1 was $14. This was $11. Star Dragon World was $12. And I'm building Star Dragon World anyway, so I need to flag. So I've got to pick this up, and I have no use for the Dragon World. For the Dragon World deck. But enough about Dragon World. Let's talk about Ancient World. So you may have noticed that Galaxy Formation is literally just the power of geometry, because you just make a triangle and win. Link Dragons. Link Dragons, on the other hand, are just straight communism. And that's basically it. If I can fight this tape, dang, that's some strong tape. There we go. Link Dragons are literally just communism, and it's great. I love it. Toss that box out of the way. You know the drill. You get this. You get your rule book. You get your playmat. Push those off to the side. You get your handy-dandy life counter with an actually good anime character this time. Masato's pretty good, except for in the dub, he's voiced by Chrono, which makes him a little cringy. But hey, that's why we watch our anime subbed, right? So this life counter doesn't actually bother me very much. It's just wait, what the... Well, there's one issue with this life counter. Yeah. That's a little annoying. Subaru doesn't do that, right? Right? And you know where... Wait, there it is. I'm gonna find my Subaru life counter. Oh, wait. Subaru totally does that. Alright. That's a little frustrating. Well, this is why we use phone apps, kids. Because not only can they track multiple players' lives at once, they don't fall apart when you pick them up. Whatever. Let's just get right into this handy-dandy trial deck. If I can pull off the friggin' plastic. Forget opening a jar of pickles. If you can pull one of these off, you're a real man. So, as always, you get 5 copies of the intended buddy, which in this case is Head of Link Dragon Order Agito. Size 1, 5 power, 5/1. Call cost is pay 1 gauge, and it has this little handy-dandy ability called D-Share, which is, all cards with D-Share on your field get the following D ability. It has this D ability that says, when this card attacks for this turn, it gets Penetrate. So, the whole deck is based around these cards with D-Share, and they just share their abilities amongst each other. So, like, Agito gives everything Penetrate. There's a card that, like, gives your whole board 3k power. There's one that's, like, when it attacks, you gain 1 life. And it's literally just communism. It's just straight up sharing is caring. And you just share your effects between your friends. And it's a fun time. It's communism if communism actually worked properly. You know? It's Agito. You get a foil one. This is Ancient World, which is a bunch of, like, dragony dudes. Like, a lot of big size... Well, this deck's actually all size 1s. Normally, Ancient World's all size 3s. But yeah, that's Agito. You get 5 copies of it, because, you know, intended buddy. The works. Next... Oh, wow, they just start you right off. This is the boss monster of the deck. There's a much better version of this in, like, the actual set. But, you know, trial decks, so they gotta be kind of not as good. Resonance of Bonds, King Agito. 7/7, size 3. Call cost, put up to a total of 3 Link Dragon Order monsters from your field and drop zone into its soul and pay a gauge. And then it has this thing called Spiral D-Share, where it gets all of the D abilities of the D-Share in your soul. And it has Soul Guard and D-Share. So, like, what you do is, like, you call it, you chuck a bunch of stuff from your field and drop into its soul. So, like, say you shove Agito into its soul, if I can actually get it into its soul. It gets Agito D-Share, so, like, now it'll have Penetrate. And it does that for all 3 in the soul. And if you thought that was good, like, I don't know what rarity is, but the big Agito in the set shove 6 into its soul. So not only does it get, like, all those abilities, but it has freaking 6 souls. So you have to kill it 7 times just to, like, actually kill it. So it's a fun boss monster. It's kind of what you build up to, and eventually is what you kill your opponent with. If you can't just rush down your opponent with a million size 1s and just beat them down, Agito's a good finisher. Vanguard Kizume, like, nice Vanguard reference, Bushy. Nice meme. So Vanguard Kazuma! My gosh, this is nothing but a Vanguard reference. Wait. Okay, so, well, start from the beginning. Size 1521 like Agito, but it just has D-share? This isn't even D-share. This is just D-stealing. Way to take advantage of communism, buddy. So, this card just takes all of the D abilities. Doesn't even give any. That's stupid. Get out of here. Ugh. Alright, let's get to actually... Okay. Okay, does this have a reason? No, it just has D-steal again. First Aid... Monako. Oh, you only get 2 copies. You get 2 copies of First Aid Monako. When this card enters the field, choose a size 1 or less monster in your drop zone. And you may pay 1 gauge. If you do, put the chosen card in your hand. Okay, so, like, it gets your dead, D-share dudes back to your hand. It's a 3/2/2. Okay. That's actually not terrible. It gets dead dudes back. I like it. I like it. 4 copies of Runner Nakayubi. More D-stealing. Alright. 3/2/2 size 1. When this card enters the field, put the top 2 cards of your deck into your gauge. Alright, cool. So you call it and get gauge. Yeah, it's fine. It D-steals and gives you gauge. It seems decent. 4 copies of Tempest Shokushi. Tempest Shokushi. Hey! An actual D ability. During your turn, this card gets power plus 2k. Alright, cool. So this, like, gives your whole board, plus 2k attack, which is kind of nice when you're using, like, really kind of weak size 1s, like a 2/2/2. Being able to pump your board up really helps trying to, like, hit over, like, really big buff numbers on defense. So that's nice. Next up, we have Imperial Envoy, Kurubushi. Is that a JoJo's reference? All of Ancient World is just a JoJo's reference for some reason. Size 0, 2/2/1, and just D-steal. Okay, it's fine. You don't play any of these cards in a real Link Dragon deck, but it's whatever. Link Dragon Order's Retaliation. I gotta put my center... I gotta center my cards more. You only cast this card if you have 2 or more Link Dragon Order on your field, and then counter destroy a size 2 less monster in your opponent's field. Alright, so it just pops something if you have dude. So, like, you say they break your center, and you still have 2 Link Dragon Order left, you can cast this and just destroy one of their size 2s. Or less. Size 2 or, yeah, size 2 or less. Yeah, that seems fine. Keeps you alive, which is nice. Link Dragon Order's Repose. Put the top 2 cards of your deck into your gauge, and you gain 1 life for each size 1 or less monster on your field. So you get gauge, and then you hit a maximum of 3 life. That seems fine. You get 4 copies of it. It's pretty cool. Just getting resources. Oh, here's the Nullify. You may only cast this card during an attack on your opponent's turn, and if you have a Link Dragon Order on your field. Counter Nullify the attack, and put up to 1 size 1 or less monster from your drops into your hand. Alright, cool. So you're getting... So, like, this deck seems... Oh, wait, you only get 2 copies of it? There better be another negate in this deck, or this deck's gonna be bad. You only get 2 copies. Alright, whatever. Well, whatever, it's fine. It's just a trial deck. Yeah, there are a lot of cards in here that, like, bring your, dead dudes back, so you can kind of keep D-sharing. So, like, since this deck has nothing but D-steal... If you lose your, like, key, actually D-ability guys, you can res them back, and it makes up for that. Which, I actually like the trial deck is doing that, making up for its inherent weaknesses. 3 copies of Dragon Emperor Legend. They reprinted this? Alright, they reprinted Dragon Emperor Legend. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that art. Put the top 3 of your deck into your gauge, you gain 1 life, and draw a card. You can only use it once per turn. This is a really old card that came out in, like, set 1, I think. And, like, this is... We're well into the future of Buddyfight. Yeah, it's a really good... What the okay. The frick? Alright. Divine Dragon Creation. They're just, like, reprinting really good Ancient World, like, staples in this. Alright. Cast cost is pay 2 life. Draw 2 cards, and you can only cast it once per turn. So pay 2 life, draw 2 cards. Pretty good. A pretty good card. They're reprinting a lot of like really classic Ancient World staples. That's kind of cool. Throw Spear, Drago, Javelin. You get 4 copies of that. Equip cost is pay 1 gauge. This card can attack even if you have a Link Dragon ordered in your center. Okay, so you can have a full field of size 1s. And then it has D-Share, and an actual D ability. When it attacks, destroys size 2 or less monster in your opponent's field. So if you have a full field of D-Share, of D-Steal, and then you D-Share this, every attack is popping on monsters. You can board wipe your opponent. That's pretty strong. Last Impact, Throwblade, Flying Saucer, Captain America much. This card can attack even if you have a Link Dragon order in your center, and then it's just regular D-Share. So it's a, I should probably mention, like, the stats on these cards. So, Spear was a, 5-1. Pretty solid. This is a 2-2. So, D-Star has effects, but this is more crits. Vanilla versus actual effect, but Vanilla has more power. It's kind of the standard. You get 2 copies of that. We've got our Impact. No foil. There are chances that you can get special, like, premium, like, foil flags that have the anime character on them that go for, like, $40, and we got neither of them. That makes me sad. Before I we'll just do this. Ancient World flag, you know the deal. You can only play cards. You may use Ancient World and generic cards, so this is what lets you play the cards. Yada yada yada. Onto the Impact. This isn't even the good Impact. Triple Trio attack. You may only cast this card if your opponent's life is 3 or less. And if you have 3 or more cards of D-Share on your field. Okay, that's not terrible. Pay 3 gauge and deal 3 damage to your opponent. You get 4 copies of it. This Impact's just bad. This is just 3 gauge for you have to. So first you have to have 3 D-Share monsters. You have to have 3. Your opponent's life has to be 3 or less. You have to have 3 D-Share monsters. You have to pay 3 gauge, and it's only 3 damage. A lot of 3s. Yeah, that's just straight mediocre. The Star Dragon World Impact is so much better. For reference, let's take a quick old glance at what this card does. So, for comparison, first, your opponent's like to be 3 or less, the same thing. You only have to have Galaxy Formation, so both cards have the same caveat. If you have to be doing what your deck is meant to do, okay, that's fine. Pay 2 gauge for 3 damage, and pay 3 gauge for 3 damage? Why? Why, Bushy? Why do you make this deck just inherently worse than this? You only get 2... Alright, you only get 2 negates. You get 2 negates. Where are they? Where the frick... Yeah, you get 2 Bond Shield. And this is your only way of negating. Sure, you have this whatever, like, Papa Monster card. Like, you get to destroy... Wait, that's not this card. It's this card. Wait, no. Where is it? No. This. You get 3 copies of this, you can destroy stuff, but you get 2 negates. You get 2 Bond Shields. Where in the Star Dragon World deck... Yeet on over to this real quick. It may not be the best card, like, it's not the best, negate attack ever, but at least you get 4 copies of Mars Barrier. Like, this is kind of just sad. Bushy, do you just hate... Does Bushy just hate Ancient World or something? Just giving us bad cards? That's a little disappointing. So, this deck's fine. It can get out of the gate, like, real quick. Like, you can get a pretty impressive board. Let's see what we can do here. We have, like, we can make Agito right. Equip the spear. Where's the dude who pumps the board? They're all size 1. Yeah, this guy, like, on our left, and then for center, something with a big butt. Wow, these are all 2k defense. That's a little sad. It doesn't really matter. I don't know, sure, Kazuma, because memes. Vanguard Kazuma. Let's get our flag under our item. As we should. If you have, like, this kind of setup, this can be really, like, really strong. Because now your whole board is penetrate. Whenever you attack... Actually, this is actually kind of a funny, like... this deck kind of runs into itself. Where like, so the spear, like when you swing, you have to pop a center monster, right? And Agito gives everything penetrate. These kind of hurt each other because like penetrate you get to break through the center, right? So like, let's say you swing Agito. Yeah, you could just pop like a monster on the right and then penetrate through. It's just a weird way. It's like too much value. It's like communism has worked too well, and now we have too much value, and we just don't know what to do with it all, and it's kind of just running into itself. But that's probably a good thing and not a bad thing. But if you have like a setup like this, all your board is getting 2k and it has penetrate, and then whenever it attacks, it destroys a monster in your opponent's field. So you can go like 2 damage, 4 damage, 6 damage. 7. Put your literally you can OTK if you have the gauge. If you have enough gauge to call Agito and then cast your impact, that's 10 damage right there. So you can like one turn kill. So it's not. This shouldn't be a turn off of Buddyfight. Yeah, you can OTK people in Buddyfight, but that's what makes games quick. And there are ways around OTK. This is if you just allow everything to hit. If you don't, like, destroy monsters or cast, like, attack negates, you know? This is if you just let your opponent kill you. So, yeah, you can OTK, but there are definitely ways to play around it. And it's much more a game of skill than a game of luck as, like, Vanguard with its garbage trigger system. So this was Starter Deck 3. All around, pretty solid. The Dragon World starter deck is probably the strongest. This is probably the weakest, I would say. And then Star Dragon World's kind of in the middle, where it's just kind of consistently powerful. But if you're gonna pick up Ancient World, I'd say just go right ahead. Pick this up, learn the game, and upgrade it into like an actually good Ancient World deck. But these trial decks, from what I've seen, seem to actually be a really good place to start. And I'm excited to force people to play this game. And it's basically gonna be geometry versus communism. That seems pretty fun, right? So, that's gonna do it for this unboxing. Stay tuned for hopefully more Buddyfight content. We'll see what Nathaniel, if I can get Nathaniel to get really into Buddyfight. So hopefully stay tuned for more Buddyfight content. With that said, yeet yeet my jelly beans.